the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. A lot of mass on the move here. To the 10. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish up their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Sanders all set to send it away. Bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Baker. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively got to regroup and get in that huddle. You know, the quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, you can flush it and still some confidence and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack.
Come on, bro. That's a fucking pick, dude.
That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And then completion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
3rd and long, Mayfield. The screen pass falls incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Goes this clean at the 30. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 65 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphins football. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Flush down out to his left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half. You just kind of wait. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for
That dude didn't want to block anybody, huh?
you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. He's got Smith. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker.
Yeah, I am.
Hit prevents a 1st down. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll be facing fourth down. They're going for this. Throw is caught by the back. And he's out of bounds, very close to that marker, but it looked a tad short. Oh, and it is. That's a turnover on down. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. First and 10, it's Mayfield. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Baker now from the gun. Oh, put some heat on this deep. This is caught inside the 15. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown.
It was there, bro.
So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. He's got the squiver. Finds some space. He's past the 30.
Oh, come on, dude. He was there.
Contributions like that,
He was gone.
such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Tua out of the pistol. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are finally stopped on the return. But they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now following the turnover. That's cut at the 4. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Coughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. Eskridge on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hits his target. That's Durham Smythe. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. First down. Tell him where to throw. Escapes the pocket.
What?
Intercepted again. And the Buccaneers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Mayfield now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. This finds Evans, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Buccaneers working here. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Irving hauls it in. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. You're at a premium in this league.
And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Irving here from the gun. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Motioning him from the slot right. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Eskridge on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. 1st down, here's Tua. He's on the move. Does Marley won't risk something here, just chucks it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Tagovailoa trying to get here on 2nd down. Able to find Achane. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm.
Oh, no, they get it yet again. Christian Izien with the INT. And the Buccaneers get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw.
Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Dolphins get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders or offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Ball at the 33 for first down. 2 now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense. Sigh of relief for the defense. You got to adjust a little bit. Get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
2nd and 10 now. A massive shot towards the end zone. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Getting out to his left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers do
You got this one.
all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half.
That's 180. That's 180.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Bucks get lined up and they will kick this away.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got the ball at half. Okay.
On the return. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on 1st down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. Finally lets this one go deep left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. We like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
3rd and long for him here. He's trying another one deep. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. So that brings up 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Sticking in the air, it's Tagovailoa. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
All right. Let's go. Where we going at? What do you mean, let's go? You gotta use the worst team. Yeah.
Despite its spaceship looks, extraordinary range, expansive cabin,
No, I don't.
acceleration,
Oh man, we gotta use it.
it won't take you to space. It brings space to you. Introducing the 3-row all-electric Hyundai Ioniq with class-leading interior space.
A full house expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown
Damn, I don't got
Atlanta.
nothing to charge my fucking mic. So what I owe you right now? 160. It was 120. Yeah.
Here's the Spring League star, Jake Bates, to get us started. And we are underway from Atlanta. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to it out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide a quick start.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at them as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
They'll throw with Penix.
Come on, there's 3 people around him, bro.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Now Penix. And he is caught. He's got the first down and more. And down to the 7-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Pass incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Cooper up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry now for David Montgomery. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. 1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd down and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. They'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
On 4th down, Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Montgomery. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Goff going to keep it himself. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown.
Yeah, I know.
Kyle Pitts, 70 yards, and the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Gong. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. Themselves to the task at hand and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Being chased out left.
That's crazy. Got lucky.
Surprising move to go for it. Predictably,
Lucky.
somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Lucky duck.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Penix. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, 31 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Cook, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Back to throw. Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Had the right idea. They were trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Normally, I would say this will lead to a punting, but this offense already showed in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to throw, Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now it's gone. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
To the air again. Goff. Little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And Goff picks up the 1st down and then wisely slides to the ground to avoid the contact. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
To the air, Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And looking to throw, Penix. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance. To the right side and intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that it happened.
But yeah, we could try NBA.